All right, everyone. Dr. Brian Capper here from Genesis Chiropractic Software. We have exciting news, a really cool new integration to help get reviews, find those patients that are having problems in your practice that are not exactly 100% happy, take those patients and work with them to get them a better experience, but the ones that do love you and want to give you a great rating quickly to be able to automate that and share out those reviews on Facebook and Google and Yelp and get you that local review and that search engine optimization for your local area. I have on the Hangout here with me Matt. Matt, how do you say your last name?
Prados.
Prados. Sorry, I didn't want to say it wrong. So Matt Prados from, again, it's Review Wave. So we're gonna just go into an interview real quick, just get some of the highlights, and then Matt's gonna be able to demo how the system actually works. Real excited. Dr. Paul Reed from ChiroFest, I brought this to us, and we were able to kind of get the integration done pretty quickly, and he's having amazing success with it already. Lots of reviews, lots of happy patients sharing their reviews, but also, maybe even more importantly, finding those patients that are not quite happy before they review and deal with that. So, Matt, do you just kind of want to go over the highlights? And maybe I just said a lot of it, but you know how to talk. I don't want to steal your thunder. You know how to explain this better than anybody. So if you wouldn't mind, just take it away.
You got it. So, basically for the last almost 10 years, I've been working with chiropractors, online marketing, et cetera. And one of the biggest things that I've been preaching for 10 years is get reviews. And very few people actually did it. So over the years, we tested different things from, emails to handouts to postcards and all these different things. And at the end of the day, we really needed technology to take over. So for the last 18 months, we've been developing, testing, changing, tweaking, this software to get it to be exactly perfect. And we needed that last piece, which was integration. Taking integration between, incredible softwares like Genesis and basically allowing Review Wave to run in the background automatically. No one has to think about it except to check, the feedback that they get from their patients. Really has taken to a whole nother level. So, that's the key focus here. So at the end of the day, it's so simple. The implementation takes about 15 minutes, and then you're set up to literally just have incredible feedback, catching the upset patients, getting the happy patients to leave reviews. And so basically the way it works is after a patient checks in or checks out inside of Genesis, we will automatically send them a feedback request via text message and email 1 hour after their appointment. They get to then click through to what we call a review gate. This is a very important piece because this is where we filter them. We figure out, are they happy or are they not happy? So they get to click 1 to 5 stars on a question as simple as, overall, how would you rate your experience? If they click 1 to 3 stars, we know they're not happy, and we kick them over to a page, and we we apologize for them, they're upset, whatever. We say, we're so sorry you didn't have an exceptional experience. What could we have done to make your experience 5 stars? And we give them the opportunity to type in as much information as they want to get off, whatever their upset is, and then you will immediately get that report, and you can call and you can handle the upset of this patient before they get to Google, Yelp, or Facebook, and before they decide they're never coming back to your office. And whether it's a new patient or a long-term patient, you're going to improve your retention because you're going to catch these upsets really fast, and they're going to love you for it, and they'll probably become one of your biggest fans. The guys that are already happy, they click 4 or 5 stars. Then we click them over to a page that says, we're so happy you had an incredible experience. Would you mind sharing that review on? We give them the links to whatever sites you want to promote. By default, Google, Yelp, and Facebook. If you don't want to do Yelp because you hate them because they filter your reviews, that's fine. You can disable Yelp. If you want to go after Health Grades or some other custom site in your area, we can add in any site that you want. One of the biggest things that the feedback we got on the system originally is they wanted to be able to customize it. They wanted to be able to have the exact questions they wanted. They wanted it to look and feel like their personality of their practice. And so everything is 100% customizable. It's not one size fits all because, it's just not how, your practice is. Your practice is special, your practice members are special, and you should customize it and make them feel special. So That's the 50,000-foot overview on how we make this easy. Behind the scenes, there's some incredible features. Beyond automatically asking them for reviews, we've got some automatic reminder features that you can turn on. We've got an integration with Facebook, so you can post your reviews from Google, Yelp, and Facebook to your Facebook fan page wall. So once a day, you can have a new status update for as many reviews as you have, and a number of other exciting little integrations as well. So you want to jump into the demo now?
Yeah, quick question. Sorry, I got a lot of feedback. All right, yeah. So I know a question. I've actually talked to a few of my friends, colleagues, and clients about this already, and one of their big concerns, or two big concerns. I don't want to send a patient a text message about this every time they check into my office. Number one, and then the other concern is, and I know you kind of talked a little bit about this already with the review gate, but the concern is brand new patient just checked in for the first time, they check out, they had a bad experience, and they don't really know what they're, you want to maybe, doctors that kind of want to make sure that they're already a patient and that they're already getting a great experience. But I know that's kind of the point of this whole thing, is to find out the people that are upset. So one, not sending too many texts / emails, how to customize that, and then what's the concern about the objection about the new patients? I know you already sort of handled, but maybe if you can kind of revisit that real.
Absolutely. So we by default, we will not send an appointment or a review request more than once in a rolling 30-day period. But again, this is completely customizable. If you feel like that's too much, you can change it to once every 60 days, 90 days, or you can even change it to once so they only ever get one. At the end of the day, I would do it every 30 days because people change, things change, their interactions change. But at least once a quarter, I think is vital for your practice members to have the ability to give feedback. As far as new patients, they're in their, first couple of visits, whatever. If they're not happy, you want to know about it, because you're not going to close them to, pay, stay, and refer if they're not happy. So getting the review gate in, getting them to tell you what they don't like will be huge, huge value for your practice, because if one new patient's having that issue, probably other new patients are having that issue. So I wouldn't not send it to new patients. I would want it definitely to go to new patients, because then you get the important feedback early on and you get to get that patient to be a lifetime member.
Yeah, and I'm going to add to that as I'm hearing you speak here. I mean, the patient life cycle, if you think about it, there are experiences that they're having throughout the patient life cycle. What I mean by life cycle, and we talk about this in our training, is new patient, daily visits, your first re-exam, daily visits, your second re-exam, daily visits, maybe your reactivation or re-sign, right? And so you want to know at what point your patients are not happy. And but the really key thing is what you talked about a little bit earlier, is that review gate. If they're not happy, that doesn't post a review on Google or Facebook or Yelp. It just funnels them or puts them into basically another channel so that you can address those issues and hear that feedback. And you want to start to, I would assume, as you're getting feedback, and you could see, all right, I got a bad feedback from a patient, where they are in their life cycle, so you can find the holes in your patient experience. We're all at Genesis, we're all about the patient experience. So finding the weak points in your patient experience is huge, and that'll pay huge dividends off in your patient retention, and obviously your revenue, and all those things. Not to mention the good reviews that are going to raise your local search and get you new patients. So really awesome job so far, man. I'm really happy that you guys came along. Yeah, if you want to maybe show a few things now, I think it's a good time for that.
Cool. So I'm going to share. So first, I'm going to go over a couple images on our website that explain this easier. All right, can you see my screen?
Yep. Oh, there's Genesis. Yeah.
Awesome. There you go. Yep.
We had a little
so,
by the way, Paul Reed up there, Genesis client. You know Paul? Yeah. Shout out for Paul.
All right. So we will monitor their reviews on Google, Yelp, and Facebook, and we will give them reports each week or month. That's customizable. How many total and how many new they got. So you can.
So Matt, this is now, I'm a client now, let's say.
Yep.
I'm logged in now to Review Wave. This is separate from the integration with Genesis.
Exactly.
So this is just now I can go in the back end and look at my reviews. And is this by today, or is this, what am I looking at now?
Yeah, so I'll show you the actual dashboard. So this is a test account. So you can actually change the date range. By default, it's the last 30 days.
Okay.
But you can customize that however you want.
Okay.
And I was just playing with it so it doesn't show it here. That's why I was going to show you this image. So we'll track the Google, Yelp, and Facebook reviews. They'll all be in chronological order. You can read them all in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
If we're pulling all this data, we also give you the ability to post it on your website, which I'll show you how to do in a little bit. But here's an initial feedback request. All of it 100% customizable. Your logo, business information, your question. They get to choose 1 to 5 stars. And again, only if they are positive do we push them to Google, Yelp, or Facebook.
Gotcha.
Some marketing automation we added in. At the end of the day, you're only going to ask, so many patients so often, and so you want to maximize the number of responses you get. And so what we did on the feedback request here, it's either opened or it's not. If it's not open, we wait 2 days and we send another version of feedback request.
Mm-hmm.
Once it is opened, they either give you feedback or they don't. If they don't give you feedback, we wait 2 days, we send them another version of feedback request. Once they finally give you feedback, if it's negative, they go off of this diagram here onto another page, like I've said, asking for what went wrong. But if they do 4 or 5 stars, we thank them. We ask them for the review on Google, Yelp, or Facebook.
Great. Now, when you say open, what if it's a text that they click on the link in the text? Does that count as open?
If they click the link, it counts as opened. Yeah.
Okay. So either in the email or in the text, that's open.
Exactly.
If they click on the link. Gotcha.
And then what we do every Monday is we update, the Google, Yelp, and Facebook reviews. And if we can match the review to a request, then we do. If we can't, then we send them one additional request for a review on Google, Yelp, or Facebook. And this is, again, only if they did 4 or 5 stars here.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah. So the review request is automated with Genesis. They don't have to do that. I'll show you how we do links directly to the proper spot in those pages. Here's an example of posting, one of the reviews to Facebook. So we'll post up to 1 review a day for as many reviews as you have. So if you come to us and you've already got 100 reviews, you will literally have 100 days of status updates with Facebook queued up. And every time you get a new review, that extends the queue out. And so your Facebook activity can be greatly increased. Mm-hmm. And that also can allow people to click right on. We always tell them to put a link in that so they can go right to your website, so you can drive more traffic from Facebook to your website, because that's really where you want them, is your website. You can display your reviews on your website from Google. We give you either a WordPress plugin or a embed code. You can do that on an HTML site. And we also give a review badge. And these reviews, these testimonials, the review badge, it's all about social proof, which, new patients coming to your website are going to see, you've got, 100 reviews or 200 reviews, you're killing it, people love you. They're way more likely to, call you than if you have no reviews and no social proof. So these things may seem somewhat insignificant to some people, but these are actually huge, huge features of tracking the reviews and displaying your social proof. I'll show you our satisfaction survey, which is basically the review gate. You can have 1 question or you can have 10 questions. It's up to you. The more questions you have, the more feedback about your office you'll get, but the less people will complete them. So you have to kind of find that happy medium between how much individual feedback you want, besides just finding if they're happy or not happy, and then getting reviews.
Quick question on that and / comment. You can't add more stars, right? Like 1 to 10 stars.
No, we do 1 to 5 because 5 is basically the review standard for Yelp, for Google, etc. So we keep it at 5.
And do you have any data as far as adding more questions? I would think, for me, if it was my practice, my brain would tell me, hey, I just want 1 question. Are you happy or not? I get that because I would think the more questions you ask, the harder it is to just find out if somebody's happy or not. And that's really what you want to find out. Do you have any data, or does anybody have any experience with that?
I would say 95 to 98% of our clients leave it at just the one question, and the one question out of the box, overall, how would you rate your experience? Works really, really well. It doesn't come across too salesy. I had one client who changed it, to something a little bit more salesy, and he had a very, very low response. So you really want them to feel like you care about them and how they're feeling, not, now that you're feeling yourself. So, keeping that.
Don't over-engineer it. Yeah, just keep it simple. Yep. Cool.
Exactly. And then we've got this. I'll jump into the actual.
Is there a stat of your percent of reviews? Like you sent 100 emails or / texts, and 37% of people actually replied.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, it will vary, from practice to practice, and the more interactive your members are, the better responses you're going to get. But typically, if you send 100 requests, you're going to get somewhere between 15 and 25 responses in the review gate.
Right.
And then that you're typically going to get, 1 to 2 reviews on average.
So I'm sorry, that was 100.
100 requests.
15 to 25. So it's about a 2% of your sends will result in an actual review on a social media somewhere.
Yeah, I would say that's on the lower average side, but I like to be, I'd like to underpromise and give guys a win when they have a higher percentage. But those are generally somewhat average results. And so what I would say, there's a couple things. If you're not getting as many responses as you want, because we're doing this automatically, we're taking most of the work out of it. But having your staff or even yourself tell the patient that we are going to send you a feedback request, and if you could take a minute and fill that out, we would much appreciate it. That will probably double your feedback requests received, and then from there, how many reviews typically again will double. And so the way we have you track that, we give you this screen here so you can see who was requested, when they were requested. We have a user function. So if you have more than one doctor in your office, we can actually, break it down by doctor. If they opened it, if they clicked on it, the date they submitted a feedback, what the feedback was. We've got 2 different types of icons. We've got gray icons and colored icons. Gray means they clicked on the link and they went to that site. Colored means we were able to match it. If you go in and you send yourself a test, review, you can then go in here and you can click delete. And delete it so that it's gone and your test review doesn't show up in your stats. If you don't have the automation turned on, right here you can manually request the reminder, send the reminder to them. The automation works so much better. So we always suggest to have that in. And a couple other cool little things. So like I said, everything's completely customizable. So you put your business information, you upload your logo. Here's where you would change, whether they get a request every 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or only once. And then once we do figure out if they're positive based on this particular setting here, you can do 3 or more, 4 or more, or only 5 stars are considered positive. So that's customizable. Once you do this and they see these links in the page, I'll show you, we open them up. We make this as absolutely easy as possible for the patient. So here you can see we open it up directly with the 5 stars pre-populated. All they have to do is put their review and hit post. And obviously they have to be logged into Google for this screen to show up, but that's where that goes. Yelp, it goes right to the page. They click on the number of stars and then they write their review. Facebook, again, right to their page. They click the number of stars and write their review. So we literally made it as user-friendly for the patient as possible, which will increase the number of reviews you get. Because if you send them to Google, and then when they're on Google, they have to click on the right review link, and then they, and then they have to click stars. We've taken as many clicks out of the equation as absolutely possible.
Yeah, brilliant, man. What I love is, even on the conservative side, with 2% or whatever, 3%, even 5%, because you're doing it consistently with the same people over and over again, and you can follow up with them and all that stuff. It's just awesome because you just keep doing what you're doing. You improve your process based on the feedback you get, and people will review, telling your staff to remind your patients, that they're going to get that text or email, I'm sure would help. But the fact that this is all automated is just amazing. So really great job.
Yeah, and the stats can be a lot higher. I mean, like Dr. Paul, for instance.
Oh yeah, he's crushing it. I mean, I saw him basically. Man, we were at Focus OKC, and that was only a couple of weeks ago. And he was telling me about this. He's like, you got to do it. Let me see. We're in the middle of a whole nother development cycle right now for compliance reasons. And so we got this in as quickly as we could. Thank God it got in quick. It was relatively easy, and the fact that this is all automated is just unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think in his first 30 days, he got almost 60 reviews between Google, Yelp, and Facebook. So, it doesn't it's not like it has to be a trickle. Obviously, he has a higher volume practice.
Right.
But, even in a great practice like that, they're able to find some patients to, clean up, making them completely happy. It's so important to, increase your retention, and obviously that'll increase your referrals and everything. So everything aligns with having a great practice by, getting feedback, for sure.
Okay. Two things I think we got to go over is one, I'll quickly share my screen. So if you're a Genesis client and you want to get this, it's real simple. You just go to the App Store. So if you're logged in, you go to the apps. Go to, normally it would be under available apps. You'll see all of them in here, but just because I'm logged in as the owner here, it will be under Review Wave here. So, but this is what it'll look like, but it'll be under available apps. So all you have to do, and we'll actually put the video for this in here. So when you want more information, there'll be a little button. But all you have to do is subscribe to this. I am a super user, so you just have there'll be a subscribe button in here, and that'll open us a task and get you set up. But also, what you'll want to do is contact Matt at Review Wave. So maybe you can share your screen, Matt, and show them how they can connect with you as well. I will stop sharing my screen. So all right, so you go ahead and share your screen again and just show them how they can get in touch with you. And you might be watching this and not be a Genesis client. Maybe you're one of the other integrations there. So how do they get started? And what is the free trial? How does that work?
Absolutely. So the free trial is 100% full function. You simply click on the free trial button here and sign up. And once you put your information in, it'll create your account. And then you can contact us right here in this live chat, or you can request a free demo. We're happy to help you set up your account. It literally takes about 15 minutes to get everything set up. Once you're in here, the integration, you jump over here, you click on it. You grab
go a little slow, not only because the screen is taking a second. Just go back, take a step back.
Sure. So once you're logged into the dashboard, you click on our integration page.
Gotcha.
Once you're here, you go to the drop down, you select Genesis, you grab your practice ID from inside Genesis and you save it. You subscribe the way Dr. Brian said, and then you're basically off to the races with your automation done. But like I said, we're happy to help you set up your account.
Once they actually are set up with an account and they pick their integration, do you guys reach out to them and talk about how to customize and all that stuff, or how would that work? Because everybody knows if you're going to use this, support for this specifically, obviously will go from Review Wave. So we're happy to help if we could, but don't try to ask us how to use this because we won't necessarily. We'll probably break it or something like that. So how do they get help during the startup process?
Absolutely. So, I mean, they can always email us at support@reviewwave.com, but in a non-master account, which I'm logged into right now, in the bottom right-hand side here, there'll be an orange live chat button, and you can chat with any of our support reps in real time right there during normal business hours, or you can submit a request, after hours, and we'll contact you, the next day. But yeah, I mean, we can completely help you set up your account. It literally takes 15 minutes to put your basic information in. When these links aren't here, there's actually one button that says grab my links. You click it and it automatically finds them for you, gives you the exact kind of links you need. You grab your phone number that we assign to you, and and you do your integration. That's all you have to do to get started. Beyond there, like I said, everything's 100% customizable. You can go to email templates. Everything's what you see is what you get editor here. Page templates. You can edit any of these. Text message templates. Again, any of these. You'll see merge fields. Everything's personalized. Everything's got your patient's first name, your business name, the link that they need to have. And then the survey questions are all customizable. So, but out of the box, I mean, I would say 98% should just stick with overall how would you rate your experience. Then they get to pick 1 to 5 stars and just leave it at that. But you are welcome to change it. It is customizable, but that'll get you the best results. But yeah, absolutely. We're completely here, ready to support it, help you do account setup and anything else you might need to, have a success with the software.
All right. Well, awesome, man. Thank you so much for your time. This is one of the better integrations we've done in a long time, so I'm real excited for a whole bunch of people to jump on this and get great results. And what I know will ultimately give patients a better experience is what we're all about at Genesis. And better experience means more care, means better results, means they tell their friends. Now we have a way that they can, broadcast telling their friends. An easy way to refer, basically. So a lot of times patients want to refer, they don't know how. Giving them a simple way to write a review or even just put a 5-star is an awesome way to you can tell, here's how you can refer. Just review us. So awesome job, man.
Awesome.
So I'll post this video online. I'll put it on Facebook. We could share it. We could like it, start, and all that stuff too.
Beautiful. Love it, man. Thanks for your help getting the integration done, and look forward to helping you guys.
Same here. Thanks, Matt.